It's time for more Dr. Stone. We're doing season 3, episode 20 today. I am kind of sad going into these episodes now because we just got like what I imagine is the climax of the arc in that incredible previous couple episodes, like really incredible episodes. In that all happening, we now are in like the part of the arc that's going to be like, you know, probably wrapping up this part of the arc, moving on to the next one. And the reason I'm sad about that is because I just know that like I'm just going to be finishing this season and being like, I can't fucking wait. Like, I really feel like I can't wait for the next season, but I don't want to read the manga. Because I really like watching the show in anime form. I really like watching it in dub as well. Like everything about it, this whole experience of watching this anime is so special to me. And so I don't want to give it up, but I don't want to wait. I want it to be out now. Give me all of the series now. Anyway, this is season 3, episode 20. I assume now Senku is going to go around and revive all of his friends one by one. So there will be some nice fun reunions and people figuring out that, you know, that Ibara was defeated by Senku and Senku alone. I mean, it was also others, but Senku was the one who did the final thing, you know? Amazing. All right. So let's jump into this episode. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And my Patreon account is in the description below. That has full-length reactions, early access, and exclusive videos. So go check that out. Here we go, jumping into season 3, episode 20 of Dr. Stone. Oh, who's he reviving? Chrome. Good first choice. Get the scientist back first.
Senku. That is so bad! We won, didn't we?
Yeah, cockroach too stubborn to keel over and die.
Amazing. Now you gotta get Yuzuriha back so she can fix up. Hell yeah! The high five. Yeah, get Yuzuriha so she can fix up some of the people who broke like ryusui. First dream. What does that refer to?
It's a bit like a logic puzzle. Because if we don't connect the pieces in the right order, we'll starve to death.
Oh, true.
I'm hungry too.
So maybe get Taiju or Francois back?
Amaryllis.
Oh yeah, she knows the island.
So heavy. For strength,
Taiju.
Makes sense. Amaryllis sitting in the cart.
King
Francois, there we go. Damn, they got like
Time to dig in.
a weird seaweed dress.
Delicious.
Of us. She knows that it would slow us down, so why even bother? But this is Ruri we're talking about.
Oh,
And
interesting.
she just doesn't think like that.
That level of trust can only mean one thing.
Chrome likes her.
Is this Ruri Chrome's lover?
Yeah.
Has to be a former flame at the very least.
Girl's actually Senku's ex-wife, or so I
True, technically.
When did you have time to get married?
I forgot Taiju didn't know that.
Not only have you been married, you've gotten divorced 2 seconds ago!
while our signal should reach, there's one problem.
Oh, shit, man. Oh, that's not good.
This stuff, so their first instinct was to make a mess of everything.
I don't
It's
think
gonna
I've
take a
ever
while to
actually
fix.
seen you get truly angry before, Senku.
Aw.
There's a brutal amount of work waiting for me!
True.
Pretty close to it.
Yep, there he is. Great. And he's intact. Oh, and there's, what's her name? Kirisame.
Saving an
Kurosame.
anime is always a tough call. Her
No, yeah,
safety-
she'll be on your side. She didn't know what was going on.
You should learn to stop and think a bit too!
I wanna talk to her. Have a good conversation with her.
There must be a reason I'm one of the first you chose to wake.
Yeah, there is.
You think they'll really be healed?
Yeah, I think they will. He's back.
Wait!
And he's fine. Amazing. Oh, Kinro.
Kinro.
That's so cute. Oh, Kohaku.
you so much.
I missed you, Kohaku. Don't.
You had the best plan.
Okay, alright, dude. Come on. You've been back for 1 minute.
Oh yeah!
Oh! Oh!
No fair!
That's so
All
cute.
the love, huh?
Kirasame has been under the impression those two are legit sweethearts. since the moment they kissed.
That's true.
I really don't think it's that kind of hug.
No, not yet anyway. Maybe one day. I don't know how interested Senku is, but I do think Kohaku likes
Nothing
Senku.
beats an ice cold cold
In
after
some
earning
way.
a big grid Arashi will crush you!
That's pretty hilarious.
You dare insult my greatness?
I want a good
I don't know if Magma wins this. Look how ripped the other guy is.
My grandmaster plan totally involved getting
Come
impaled by
on,
Ibara,
man.
which I think we can all agree is pretty darn cool.
Turn him to stone again.
Can you hear me okay, Ruri?
Yes, loud and clear. I'm glad I finally got
Is she
through.
okay?
Let's save
Is
our
she
story
sick?
swapping for the next time.
This is your first exchange with your ex-wife since all the stuff happened on the island. Were you the ones who sent that odd message?
Oh no, are they getting Y-Man
Sounds like
messages?
interference. The only signal.
It's Y-Man.
Unless somebody's speaking.
Yeah.
What is it?
Affects 12,800,000 meters.
What?
1 second.
What?
No!
Hey, do us a favor. Keep it away from the speaker.
Yeah, it
even
needs
if
to be
kills
close.
Well,
That sounded like
say we
Senku's
finally know where
voice.
the Y-Man stands.
Not only is it an oddly specific choice, it's also terrifyingly huge.
You. Know what's 12,800,000 meters?
Is it the Earth?
Planet Earth.
It is the Earth. He tried to just reset all of it.
It's who said it.
True.
I know that voice. Because it's your Senku.
Yes!
12,000,000 meters.
Did
1
he
second.
record Senku's voice somehow?
Get excited.
I don't know what's going on. This is actually really interesting. Holy shit.
Our Senku wouldn't be a bad guy in a billion years.
A theory almost refreshing in its simplicity.
Or maybe he traveled through time, yeah?
Don't be so rude, you guys.
You're having tea at a time like this?
How exactly do you keep your chill?
Woohoo! We got another transmission!
As a former sonar operator, I would stake both of my ears on that fact.
It's basically a
That
recording.
voice. It dips into the same uncanny valley as a Vocaloid because it's synthetic.
Okay. They synthesized Senku's
How is
voice.
an artificial voice possible in the stone world?
Who would do it? Also, from where? Answering the why could tell us.
Clearly, the Y-Man is a naughty boy.
When you finally petrified Ibara, you tricked him, right? By giving the command over the radio?
So they
What if
used
he
that.
heard?
I figured the Medusa was his invention, but now I'm not sure.
I don't
Got the wheels
I don't
in
think
my
it would
head
be his
turning, too.
invention.
Why was the device on the island at all?
My thoughts exactly.
We just beat the Petrification Kingdom and already we have a way worse enemy!
Kirasame and Kohaku are gonna spar? Okay. I think Kirasame's a tiny bit better in one-on-one combat, I would think. But Kohaku would have like better eyes and
Believe
stuff.
how fierce.
Think you were holding back the last time we fought.
Oh shit.
I was plain disrespectful.
Holy shit, this is cool
The
animation.
time was a little ancient islander our Taiju happened to pluck from the seafloor.
Are we gonna revive and meet them? They look like they have an
Arm has a
interesting
mark.
design.
Looks like a wound.
Oh, wow!
It's swoopy like the Medusa
Whoa.
thingy.
His arm
Interesting.
kinda sorta broke off while I was carrying him.
A healthy dose of revival fluid should repair him.
Oh my god, bring him back. I want to know. Who are you? Whoa.
This guy healed with
You
some
look like a
mud.
descendant
It's
of
been a while since we've seen that happen.
the
Stone
dude.
surface
One of the
deteriorates as
astronauts.
time passes.
I think you know the astronaut I'm
This
talking about.
fragment's also thinner than ours.
After all this time, have I truly been revived?
Ooh.
That strange light was not my end.
Now tell us about this strange light that rocked your world.
Finally.
So, can we skip this part? Just want details on the device, but
We just brought you back for info. What? Women? No.
Master.
What?
I'll save you!
Oh my god. Holy shit! He beat both of them? With a
I should have
stick?
never been petrified. Let those brigands have their way now that I've returned to you.
Matsukaze? Is that what he said?
Wait, definitely gotta be one of my distant relatives. And truth be
Yes,
told,
I'd imagine
I'm
so.
probably his reincarnation. So, how about you serve me in his place?
Oh my god,
Sounds good,
man.
right?
Why did it have to look
Someone
like
in the title
him?
Resident Sleazebag.
Whoa. They rained down from the sky?
Rained down from the heavens.
What?
But weren't we kind of in the middle of hearing Matsukaze's story?
Science will fill in the gap.
Oh yeah, the weapon that gathers sound waves.
Yep.
A shock cannon, wasn't it?
I remember that.
Okay, so what's it for now?
We had fun tracing the Y-Man's call. And our results tell us the enemy is a few 100,000 kilometers above.
God
If
damn.
you need me to spell it out, he's on the moon.
What?
The
Oh
signal's moving in conjunction
my
with
god.
it.
It's actually possible?
How are we supposed to fight him?
Fly us
You're
to
gonna
the
have to
stars.
make a rocket to get to him?
Leave them to their own devices.
Oh my god, no fucking way.
Now wait just a second here. I have an anime feeling about all this. A feeling that's most assuredly correct. I know what's coming because I know you.
We're
This
gonna
is the
build a
primitive
rocket?
stone world we're living in, though.
Time for progress. Because we're going to the moon.
This series is insane. Oh my god. This is one of the craziest series. Like, the way that it like blows me away constantly. I love it. I love it. What a great, like, I thought, so I remember in an earlier season, they say like the peak of humanity, kind of like the point that we got to that was like incredibly impressive was like eating ramen in space. That was like the peak of humanity's science for us, right? Because you know that's a really impressive thing. Like, not only do you create the technology to be able to go to space and live up in space, but also the technology to be able to like create ramen and like make it be able to be consumed in space and stuff. Like, all of that is very impressive. So like that's what they had said, and then I think they said like we're gonna get to the point where we're eating ramen in space again. So I kind of imagined what that meant was the very end of the series, they're gonna go to space. Like the very end. I don't think we're at the very end yet. I think there's like at least a couple more seasons of this, isn't there? Like I remember people talking about the manga and stuff and when it ended and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's at least like a couple more, like 2 more seasons, I think. And they're talking about building a rocket and going to the moon. I mean, it still might be at the very end, honestly. Like it'll probably take a little while to build the rocket, but I don't know. But that's insane, and really, you know, that makes a lot of sense. That because this show has to keep going up in technology. So going to a rocket, that absolutely makes a lot of sense. But I just think this series is so brilliant in the way that it does stuff like that. And I love that they have a character like Gen who, like, he truly understands how insane it is that they're achieving all these things. And he's the audience surrogate in scenes like that where he's like, hang on, there's no way they're going to space next, right? Like, that's what we're thinking when we're watching a scene like that. It's so crazy. Y-Man's on the moon. I didn't even consider that. No way did I consider that. Holy shit. That's so cool. Yeah, so that was a really cool revelation. This episode, the first half of this episode had a very quick pace to it. I feel like they needed to get through all of the, I mean, like, I don't mind them having, I heard something like make a noise. I don't mind them having a quick pace necessarily at this point in the episode, because like what they were going through was what we knew they would be going through anyway, like go through one by one and bring people back and all of that, you know. There were only like 1 or 2 moments that I wish they expanded on a little more. I think the only moment that stands out to me is like I wanted the Kirasame being brought back moment. I wanted a little more from that. Like I wanted to see, like, as soon as she came out of the petrification, what her reaction was, and like a little bit of a longer conversation on like how she was gonna, you know, like we know she's gonna join us because like she was being, you know, tricked by the master the entire time, or by Ibara rather, the entire time. So like, of course, you know, she wasn't really our enemy. She was being tricked into thinking she was our enemy. But still, I just wanted like a little bit of a conversation there, other than just like, we brought her back and then it cut to her standing outside the ship and she's like, is there a reason you brought me back? And he goes, yes. And then they cut away, you know? So I wanted just a tiny bit more from that. But other than that, I was fine with it. And you know, they were speeding through it to get to the really interesting shit, which was all the Y-Man shit, you know? That's just fucking elite. And interesting that they use Senku's voice for it as well, because like at first I heard that and I was like, that sounds like Senku's voice, and then I was like, wait, is that going to be like a twist in many episodes time? And it like, and the twists, I did think for a second like maybe the twist isn't going to work as well in the English dub because I recognize his voice too easily. And if you were watching it, like if an English viewer was watching it in Japanese, they would get like a harsher twist because then people are less likely to recognize the voice, I would say, probably. Because I think it's a little easier to pick up voices in your native language. I'm not saying people can't recognize Japanese voice actors. Of course they can. I can. I've recognized Japanese voice actors on this channel before in real time, but I will say, like, I do think it's harder to do that when you don't speak Japanese. But no, they said it like 5 seconds later. You know, Ukyo was like, that was definitely your voice, wasn't it? So yeah, they were synthesizing his voice. So I mean, that's how they didn't get petrified. If they were fucking on the moon, like, yeah, if they were on the moon when the petrification happened, when they actually used it, then they would not need to, then they wouldn't like need to worry, and they could just petrify the whole Earth, and they could still stay alive. But the thing is, like, if that was the case, the people who were behind it are not the same people who are alive now, because it's been 3,700 years or whatever. That is, no one lives 3,700 years. So it's either different people that are like generations and generations downwards that have just been told, like, you have to make sure the Earth stays petrified for whatever reason, or the person, like, or someone was petrified. Like, the person who was on the moon also petrified themselves and then came back later, like unpetrified themselves later, maybe to check on things, you know? Maybe they're constantly, like, waking up every few hundred years or whatever. They've got some system in place to wake them up every few hundred years and check to make sure that, you know, no one's bringing back humanity. I don't know. I don't know what their ideas could be, what their motives are. Because I think originally I thought, like, look, petrification has like a healing property. So maybe it was originally developed for healing and to solve all of the world's problems and stuff. But then they made a mistake, something horrible went wrong, and the world was petrified because of that. Or they like petrified the world, but they thought then they could immediately unpetrify them, but that part of the machine or whatever didn't work. Like, they thought they could do that because then if they petrified the entire world and then unpetrified them all, they're curing millions, billions of people, like, of every ailment that they have and can fix with the petrification fluid, you know? I'm sure they would, like, you know, maybe they would cure cancers and stuff. Like, that would be massive, insane, because it like fixed Mirai's brain damage and stuff, right? Like, it did amazing things, and it fixes arthritis, we found out, and obviously broken bones, fatal wounds. So yeah, it would do wonders for the world, but I don't think that's the case anymore because the people are hiding out on the moon and still trying to petrify. So I don't know. But anyway, great episode. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for more. And luckily the season's not over yet. Because I mean that would have been a solid final episode of the season. But that wasn't the final episode. That was episode 9 of 11 of this half of the season, so we still got 2 more to go. Thank you very much for watching this video. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and my Patreon account is in the description below for full-length early access and exclusive videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.